All right, let's look this morning at updating statistics, part 3. So we're going to look at a couple of examples. One of the examples, we can update statistics using a specific tables, updating statistics for a specific table. We can update statistics using a sample for a table. We can update statistics using a specific index or update a specific index on a table. We can update everything in the database, or we can, of course, use Ola Hollengren's script to update statistics. So let's look at a couple of those examples here. And we did go over the other day updating statistics in the sample, so I'm just going to quickly go over that. This right here, if I call this command update statistics stock rebalance, that's going to update the stock rebalance statistics, okay? That's what that's going to do. If I say update statistics stock rebalance with sample 50%, that's going to use a 50% assumption and update statistics based on that 50% sample assumption, okay? If I update statistics on table blah pk underscore blah, this right here is good. This right here is the index, primary key index for this table blah, right? So this will only update the statistics for that index. Now you can see the output of if I call exec sp update statistics, this will update statistics for these objects in the database, right? You can see, some of them have multiple because there are indexes and other objects attached, and some of them do not, right? Okay, so consider that. And this, by the way, is, I don't want to say the most popular way of doing it, but it is one popular way of doing it. I lean towards Ola Hollengren's scripts, but that's just my preference. And I do not have index optimized in this database, so that's why that's underscored red. Okay, and then of course the other thing here is if we're going to use Ola Hollengren's, and let's say you're doing, in the first example, I am re-indexing all of the user databases. I am going to rebuild the indexes if the fragmentation is above 30, and I'm going to reorganize if it's 5% fragmentation. And you'll notice that I have the update statistics option here, which is all, okay? And you can look at the parameters if you want to minimize all, but that will update the statistics along with that. On this bottom one here, I am not doing anything with the indexes, I am simply updating statistics, okay? So this is another one that you can use. Now, as far as how frequent to update the statistics, that varies, and it goes back to what type of load you're receiving. Are you receiving an OLTP load, OLAP load, or a mixed load? But those are some ways that you can do that. And I agree with people who mention that in your really big data environments, and we're talking about, let's say, tables with billions of rows, you definitely might want to start looking at samples. You might want to start looking at other alternatives for updating statistics, okay? So keep that in mind that, if you have, let's say, 100 billion rows, you might not want to use a full table scan, right? That just may not be something that's in your power to do. You also want to consider your maintenance schedule. Updating statistics is a lot, in my opinion. You might find someone who can disagree, but in my opinion, updating statistics is a minor overhead or minor load relative to rebuilding an index. So if it's not to say that, what is the word I'm looking for? It's not to say that you should never rebuild indexes. Obviously, you should do that. That's definitely part of maintenance. But the idea is that updating statistics, if that's the issue, that's a much faster issue to solve than rebuilding an index in pretty much every case that I can think of. The other thing too as well, this is a note, if you work in Azure, a lot of people just assume that Microsoft takes care of all of the maintenance behind the scenes. And I can tell you that updating statistics in Azure as part of a maintenance plan is often a very good idea, because they actually don't update the statistics as much as you would think. I mean, they do update the statistics on a schedule, but the idea is I found multiple times where I was query tuning in Azure and it was a statistics issue. And so a lot of people think that they do all the DBA work behind the scenes, but I can tell you I had some major issues while working in Azure. One of them was the restore point in time feature that didn't work. So I would be very careful about always assuming that the cloud is going to do it for you.